Hey guys, welcome to Traveling on the Go. Today, Frontier Fortress in Spain. Nobody's up here. I'm doing it solo. Let's go. I'm on my way to Castilla de Cote, which is Cote Castle. This is a frontier fortress that was started a very long time ago. A little bit of a hike to get up there. So let's go. Let's see what happens.
What if a number of isolated towers once decided the fate of kingdoms? I hiked through the olive-covered hills of Andalusia to reach Torre de Cote, a stone sentinel that watched over the border between Christian Spain and Moorish Al-Andalus. It looks peaceful now, but this ridge was once the front line of a 700-year war. Smoke once rose from this very tower to warn of invading armies. Every flicker of fire meant survival or surrender. But the Christians captured it and turned its signals against them. Therefore, this single tower, along with a collection of others, became part of one of Europe's earliest communication networks, a medieval internet of light stretching across the frontier. Today, this tower stands silent, yet the wind still carries whispered of those who watched, waited, and fought beneath its gaze. So how did these watchtowers defend a nation for centuries? And what finally ended the war they built to fight? Before we go on this hike, let me give you some context on the Reconquista Era, because it's really important to understand for what we're about to see. The Reconquista was a centuries-long struggle between the Christian kingdoms in northern Spain and the Muslim rulers known as the Moors, who controlled most of the Iberian Peninsula in northern Africa. It began in 711 AD when Muslim forces from North Africa invaded and defeated the Visigoth king. And it didn't end until 1492 when Spain's Ferdinand and Isabella, the Catholic monarchs, captured Granada, the last Moorish stronghold. So this wasn't just a war, it was a 781-year campaign that shaped the borders, culture, and identity of Spain and Portugal as we know them today.
So I'm trying to track down a frontier fortress, more of an outpost that was originally from the Moors, and then the Christians took it over. Let's see if we can find it. So this dates back to the 8th century AD. And this is where the Moors took this little outpost over and started it the 8th to the 12th century. Looks like there's a little more than a outpost. I see some walls from back in the day, so let's get closer. This is gonna be a lot of help. Perfect. So this is apparently 1,700 feet tall when you go to the top. I saw some pictures. You can maybe go inside and on top of it. We'll see if that's possible. I did bring the drone, so let's see how far we get. So I keep reading about frontier fortresses along different routes and pathways protecting supply lines. Back in the day, the Moors did that, and then the Romans and the Christians after that. Now, the Christians took this over in about 1248 AD. And then this was kind of a prominent path down to Cadiz on the way to Seville. And if you look around when you hike in Spain, really anywhere in Europe, you're gonna see these little frontier fortresses just about everywhere. Really cool, very iconic. So about a year and a half ago, I had Achilles surgery. Snapped my Achilles. And I'm pretty much back. I think anyone else who had any type of surgery like that, put that in the comments. Tell me how you're doing. Hiking so far, you know, not too bad. Little sore. Played a lot of tennis before, but kind of eased it into that doing pickleball. But if anybody else has got anything similar like that, share your story. This trail's kind of looping around and going up. Anxious to get to the top. Oh, I'm out of shape. That is a fact, but check out this. Wow, not to mention, we still get to go inside here. Top of the world here. Castillo de Cote. Wow, look at this. Whoa, just the way it was. Wow. And this is what I thought. You can literally go to the top of here. I'm gonna do this with no hands. Wow. Look at this. Love these payoffs. Wow. Wow. Should we go up again? Yes. Wow. Whoa. Oh my goodness. Oh, wow. Oh my goodness. Top of the world. This is amazing. Wow, look at that. I'm on top of the frontier fortress outside Seville on the way to Ronda. Look at this. Amazing. In frontier Spain, castles like Castillo de Cote spoke through smoke and fire. Each fortress stood within sight of the next, a line of warning across the hills. By day, smoke rose. By night, flames answered. One column of smoke meant danger, two meant attack. But this wasn't just defense, it was a network. Therefore, in minutes, a lone signal could race from the border to Seville, guarding an empire with light. It wasn't just a way of life, it was how empires ruled. So if you haven't been to Spain, Spain has so much to offer. I kind of like to explore. I like the history side, of course the food, the culture. Every city here has something completely different. A lot of castles, but you're really diving into history 2,000 years ago, sometimes even 3,000 years ago, and to see some of the real places like this. Absolutely amazing. Look at this hike. What a payoff today. Beautiful day, not to mention sunny every day in Spain. You can't argue with the weather. Feels a lot like California. So quick recap, took me about 45 minutes to get up here. This is about an hour away from Seville, Spain, going kind of south. Nice little roads. It is a little bit steep, but I think everyone would be fine. It's totally safe. They have handrails, guardrails in some areas. And once you get up here, it's really safe. Free to get in. The tower right here is about 12 meters high. And yeah, come up here around sunset or sunrise would be epic. And then you can go all the way to the top. So I highly recommend this hike. Got to do it. Just an epic day. Exercise, views, history, exploring, road trip. Man, I hit it all today, so keep it going. If you guys get a chance, watch my channel if you like anything like that, what I'm explaining, and I will see you on the next story. So thanks so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate this episode of Traveling on the Go. If you have any questions, put it in the comments. Anything else I can do for you, I am here. That's going to do it. I am out of here. We have a lot more adventures coming up, like into the deserts of Dubai and the biggest waterfall system in the world in Brazil. Take care, guys.